Well, 12, 12, 12. It's supposed to mean something. I'm not quite sure what it means. There's a lot of things you could think into that as well. It's about 9 p.m. There ain't nothing over there, so I guess that's what you see from my vantage point. That's my Subaru. I actually told Sharon way back when she was 16, Subaru will take care of you. I got a car with 213,000 miles, and it's doing better than most of the cars that got a lot less. For what it's worth, the VW dealership that said it's normal that your car just blew itself up and almost killed you, somebody else bought it. I hope they lost more money than they made me lose, telling me this is completely normal, you know? That's who employs me at the moment. He's very successful, so for what it's worth, I get enough runs to make a living. Just barely, but you know, and Papa John doesn't pay me what he does. $6.15 an hour in 2012. It's $1 less than minimum wage. And in that industry, you just don't pay more than you have to. That's the back of Diane's Neon. And it is really cold out here. I'm going to start freezing shortly. Of course, that's the house. It's dinky, but it's home. I had a big one. I only need this. This is awesome to me. Now that's the critter that's got a bad piece of his brain. It shouldn't, because they thought they programmed it really good. I guess not. The hybrid part of it is constantly going bad. Every 6 months or X amount of miles, they replace every piece of hardware. So the next thing we gotta do is replace the computer, and that's not covered. That's your problem. But they actually treated me better than Volkswagen did. Volkswagen just said, that's not our problem, that's your problem. We're going in the house. You're gonna hear her talking. Oh man, it is cold out there. Going down, obviously. Well, I'm doing wash, and I'm gonna finish up my video.
Wash?
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's wash in the spare room too. That's what I got. I just put it in the washer. Yeah. I actually have the heat on really high at the moment because I'm in the basement. It has symbolism, actually. I had a basement over a couple places. They basically But, you know, even to have one is kind of tough, but still. If you make a living in the basement, you're not doing too well. I got things planned, so hold on a second. Yeah, he's losing my hat to be close by. My fingers are frozen from being out there. Considering most people are going to look at this so I'm dead, you can wait a couple minutes while I warm my fingers. Okay. anybody who's good at doing what I do or movies, you don't make people wait unless you've got a good reason to. And it's not just people, it's our name for ourselves in the flesh. Others have other names for the same. Yeah. It would help if I really wanted to do it, but I can give you a slight sight. It's all in my head, right? And there's a movie that reminds people about that. One of the Hulk movies, I just don't really feel like throwing it at you right now. I probably could, but I really need to feel it, and I don't really feel like blowing a whole lot of steam, but you know I can. And I don't matter, so what does it matter? But I do have her upstairs, and if I started storming, she'd be like, "What the hell is going on?" And that wouldn't be the same, now would it? One of the Hulk movies, there's two recently, but the one before the most recent, Bad Daddy, Hulk says, take it all, I don't need it. And the dude was like, I can't handle all this fucking power. It's more than you think it is, isn't it? I always accept that it's not me. And this body is, I'm stuck here until it dies. And I'd like to get some things done if I can. But if you study personalities throughout history, I'm quite powerful. But I have nothing. And oftentimes the most powerful, if they ever get a chance, had to walk through all it is just to understand whatever they could. I don't know what I understand because, Daddy talks to me. And you all sometimes help. I can only receive my own radio signal, and you all got your own. But there's plenty of them in history, but the most recent documentary I watched was on Hitler, and he never got over being angry, and it was a different time. I would never do that. I understand his reasoning, actually, in space and time, but I wouldn't have done it. He had to do it, and everybody that participated could have said no. It was a wave. On my wall, someone said in the late 1940s through the early 60s, was the Republicans, wow, this is cool stuff. And yet, back then, the rich paid 94% tax. They were just like everybody else. They made a lot more. They were the bosses. But it was all sent back through the system. That has changed. I don't know whether it's good, bad, or in between, but it has changed. And it will. I think good leadership, and I can't, even if I was anything, I could never do it by myself. I need a lot of people that interconnect with me really well to get a job done. And I don't always have to be funky to get it done either. Well, I guess that's the end of my commentation on 2012. 12/12/2012.